Hi everyone, this is Nasia Davos and welcome to this episode of Ask an Ex. Today I have someone with me who joined our CBQ method program and has a lot of great things to share with you that are going to help you a lot on your journey. So if you've ever had a setback or a relapse and you felt discouraged, or if you don't believe you can become a happy non-smoker, stay with us. The ex I have with me today is someone I admire a lot because she committed to her goal to become a happy non-smoker and she changed her mindset around smoking and quitting, and she's here to tell you how she did it. Please welcome Dolly Kosker. Hi, Dolly.
Hi,
Thank you so much for being here.
my pleasure.
So you have been a non-smoker for about a year now, right?
Yes,
15th of February 2019.
yes.
Congratulations. This is a huge achievement.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
And thank you.
you're very welcome. But I know you made the most out of the program. Can you take me back and tell me how was life as a smoker? How much did you used to smoke? For how long?
I smoke, I think like 23 years. And I was generally smoking a pack a day
Hmm.
and sometimes a little bit more.
What made you want to quit?
I always wanted to quit. Actually, last 10 years, I really tried to quit. I tried so many different stuff. It was hurting my health. I wasn't happy smoking, but I couldn't get rid of it, basically. And nothing worked. And one day I saw your ad online. And actually, at that moment, in my life, I was like, you know what? I gave up. I cannot. I tried this 10 years to quit, and it doesn't work for me. So I will be a smoker for my life, all my life. Then I saw your ad, and in your ad, I saw that you're talking about changing the way I think. That was the key wording for me because I consider myself as a thinker, like I think a lot. So I said, oh, I never tried this. Maybe this would work for me. This must be the best thing for me. So I told myself, okay, this is the last time I'm gonna try. If this doesn't work, nothing will work. So I decided to give it a try.
Wow. And you gave it your best try, or you said, I'm gonna try and see how it goes.
And I wouldn't believe it. It was actually an excuse for me to, okay, nothing works for me, so I will be a smoker. Excuse. Like I tried everything, kinda. Last thing.
What else did you try before?
I tried the patches.
Hmm.
Um, there was one metal thing that you put on your ear.
Oh yeah.
Cold turkey many times. I tried pills. Um,
So yeah, just about everything.
mhm.
So what made, what attracted you? What made you think that there is something new you can try? Is knowing you can change the way you think about smoking.
Exactly. Mhm.
So after you started working on the program, which part of it made everything click for you?
Good question. I was first thing in the morning, I was watching your videos
Yeah.
because you also said that smoke an hour later, that would work perfectly. So I was watching your videos, and then on the eighth day, that was the day, like I was listening to your one of your video, and you said, "Okay, I'm guessing that you are smoking less than you were before," and like you were telling the expected changes, which I didn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm watching the video, in my mind, I was saying like, huh, this will not work for me either because no change for me. Like, I don't see any changes.
Interesting.
And then I always have it with a Turkish coffee. I made the coffee. I tried to smoke and I couldn't. And I put it off. And I'm like, no, this can't be happening. I have this delicious coffee and I will have this um, great moment smoking the first thing, and I light up another one and I couldn't smoke that and I put it off again. And my brain didn't accept that this is happening. So I light up the third one
Wow.
and I couldn't and I put it off. Then I realized that, oh, wow, this is happening. And you made us write down what we will do the first thing as soon as we quit, like last cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that's the last cigarette. And what I wrote down was taking a shower
Okay.
because I wanted to feel clean, So I like put it off. I realized, and I directly go to the shower. It was 2 days before planned, and then I called my mom and I told her what happened, and she said, "Honey, you didn't finish the program. You will go on next 2 days, right?" I said, "Yes, I'm aware of that and I will do it." And then I'm glad I did because the last 2 days you were basically telling me what if you wanted to smoke after you quit, what you should do, kinda. That was great.
Okay. And it's very interesting that you don't know exactly what clicked, but you just had the
No,
moment
I
where
wouldn't even
you
believe it's working.
yeah, you experience the effect, which is great. But I know that because that after your quit date,
Mhm.
you had a small setbacks, right?
Yes, I had the
Do you want to talk about that?
yes. So I realized that it was unbelievable. That moment I put it off, the third one, I didn't want to smoke at all. Like I never smoked in my life. It was so unbelievable. Like people were like congratulating me, saying that, "Oh, Dolly, congratulations! It's such a hard thing, and you did it." And I'm like, believe me, I don't even want to smoke. I'm not doing anything. I don't deserve your congratulations because I'm not doing anything. Not, I'm not trying to. I got used to fighting with that craving, and I wasn't having it. So I was like, there's nothing to congratulate. I just feel like I never smoked in my life.
Yeah. And
So I'm sorry.
yeah,
So I decided
but
to give
yeah.
myself a gift, and I bought a ticket to San Diego
Mm-hmm.
for a vacation, and I get a place in downtown. And I was walking around because I didn't have my car there, and people were smoking. In Austin, where I live, people I know and see don't smoke. So I wasn't seeing any people smoking around me. So it was so easy. But in San Diego, I
So
started to see people, lots of people smoking around me.
so basically that was a trigger you never had the chance to encounter before.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I I bought just one cigarette or asked from somebody. I'm not sure. So I had a few like that. But when I'm buying that pack, I knew that I will not be smoking when I go back to Austin. And my second test, this is very important, more than San Diego. When I go to Turkey for vacation, that
Yeah.
was the biggest test for me because so many people smoke that I know that I will see. And I go there, I didn't smoke. I see people smoking around me. I didn't smoke. But there was one day. So there was this bar. I was a regular when I live in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a gathering day after 20 years.
Oh wow.
So people I didn't see for so many years were coming, and all of them are smoking, and we will be drinking. I said, oh my God, this is the biggest test for me. If I go there and if I don't smoke, then I will not smoke, you know?
What happened?
So it's so funny. So I met my best friend from university. So we went to eat somewhere, then we will go to the bar. So while we are eating, she's a smoker too. So after we ate, she starts smoking, right? And I kind of felt like I want to smoke too. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna smoke today. I know everybody will be smoke at that bar. So I'm gonna smoke today. So just give one to me. So, you know, I'll smoke after we ate. And she didn't want to do it. I convinced her that I will smoke today at the bar. So she's like, okay. So she gave, and I took the cigarette, and then I get the lighter, and I couldn't light it. Like I am not able to. It's such an interesting feeling. I literally felt like a experiment monkey, believe it or not. I'm like, I couldn't. I'm like, oh, I can't smoke. Then I gave them back, and at the bar I didn't. But I planned, like you said,
Yeah.
I had a plan in mind to not smoke.
And did you feel deprived when that you were not smoking?
No, not
Did
at all.
you enjoy your drink?
When I feel deprived, I smoke.
Great.
That's the difference. You don't feel deprived.
Which is amazing, because a lot of people think they cannot enjoy a drink without a cigarette. That's not true.
You can change it here.
Correct. That's why I'm asking you more questions about how you were thinking in that moment.
I already was very conscious about it.
Yeah.
Because in your videos, you told me to dream about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to solidify it. How I did this, before I sleep half an hour, and when I wake up, I dreamed about it. I always dreamed this. For example, I was always smoking when I'm driving.
Okay.
And that was bothering me a lot.
Mm.
Because if it's cold or very hot, I have to open the window. That bothers me. I have something in my hand and I'm trying to drive. That was bothering me. All the ashes in my car, you know, the wind comes and stuff, like it was really, really bothering me. So I always like dreamed about, like, I'm driving and I don't have to put up with all this stuff. Or I'm a realtor, I'm having open houses. Whenever I had the open houses, the clients were coming, and I was even feeling bad about shaking their hands because I feel like my hand is, you know, smelling bad. Yeah. Or I didn't want to get close to them. I felt bad about myself. So I was dreaming that I'm clean, beautiful, chic. I'm at the open house. My clients are coming. I'm shaking their hands. Second by second. Yeah. I dreamed about it.
That's very powerful.
Or let's say I go to a social gathering, right? When I have to smoke, I have to go out. Yeah. And I'm missing all the conversation going on. I feel guilty when I'm out, or it's cold, or again hot, or whatever. I have to find a place. I have to arrange my life around it every time I have to smoke, and that was really bothering me. So I always dreamed that the opposite situation. So, and also, not only that, this is like could sound very simple. I was seeing my lungs that has the tar on it, inflammation on it.
I wanted to ask
like crying. Then I was thinking that I have this healthy lung.
I wanted to ask you about this because I remember on a comment on the Facebook group, you said that every time you were thinking about a cigarette, you were
Yes.
thinking about all the tar and the black smoke filling up
No, it's actually
your
like
lungs and your.
if I ever had an urge to, a little urge to smoke, I feel like I'm putting off a cigarette on my bare lung.
That's part
And
of it.
it's like, I don't want to do that.
That's a very good advice. That's a very good tip, and I think everyone can do it. And our
I
mind.
do it like it's something disgusting. I remember this disgusting smell. I try to remember the cigarettes in the ashtray smelling really bad altogether.
Oh yeah,
Kind of stuff.
yeah. So, how do you manage stress and boredom now that you're a non-smoker?
Expanding happiness works for me.
Do you wanna say what is the
Like,
exercise?
yes, if I feel good or after the day, I remember what good happened and extend it. That also helps with the stress thing.
You said that when you have a craving, it helps you to have a Turkish coffee or think that you're turning off a cigarette in your lungs. Very good tips. I think it's going to help a lot of people. And
And yes thing also works. I'm still doing it. Yes, yes, yes. That makes me feel good, and suddenly everything, even I'm using this to when I feel bad. Not
yeah,
cigarette.
this is very part. I do that too, uh, because it changes your physiology and everything, how you feel. So yeah, that's also very good. So last question.
Mhm.
What advice would you give to someone who's struggling to succeed and they don't believe it's possible to quit and they believe that nothing will ever work for them?
Just do the program. That's what I would say. If you do the program word by word without thinking anything, it will work, not. Do it exactly what it says. It works. That's so simple.
And I want to emphasize that because you did it word by word. You did every single exercise,
Yeah.
you did every single video, you skipped nothing.
Nothing. I did maybe more than you said. And
Perfection.
writing it down. I don't know why it works.
This
It,
is,
it, as you said, it's the crucial thing. It makes you see what you are doing. Because when you are smoking, you don't think. You don't know your habit.
yes.
You don't know what you are doing, why you are doing, when you are doing. You don't know. You do it without thinking. When you write it down, you see the big picture. You see what a stupid thing you are doing and how you um, make yourself believe that you need to, or stuff like that. But when you see it, it's written. You see it, you are like, oh, I was saying my friends were making me smoke, but I smoke like 100 times alone. They weren't around me. Why do I think like that? They are not affecting me. I'm smoking by myself. Nobody around me. 100 times. So you cannot fool yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. And because it's different when someone tells us, oh, you do this, you do that, this is wrong, and different when we see it ourselves.
And how many you smoke, like it makes difference.
Yeah, very well said. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else you would like me to ask you, or you would like to share?
Yes. It's easy to quit. It's hard to not to go back. And people are not aware of this. From my point of view, let's say you relapse and you had one cigarette. Then you're like, okay, I failed. No, that was just one moment. Go on as you were going on when you quit. It's not a failure, it's just a relapse, and you can change it like very quickly. But people usually, when they smoke, they're like, oh, okay, I couldn't do it. And then they smoke more. If they understand this, they will not go back, I guess.
I agree with you, because it's in what happens after that one cigarette you smoke. This is what determines your future and whether you succeed or fail long term. One cigarette is not a failure. So you're absolutely right.
They should see it like a food. Let's say I'm on a diet and I saw something very delicious and I couldn't help myself and get a bite, right? I didn't ruin my diet. If I don't eat, I'm still on my diet. It's that simple.
Exactly. So you are on your diet as long as you don't eat the things that, and you are not a smoker as long as you don't smoke. And it's very simple. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. That's a very, very good point. So, as you all can see, Dolly is an example of perseverance and an example of what you can achieve when you change your thoughts and commit to your goal. So I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. Please let us know in the comments what you are taking away from Dolly's experience that can help you on your journey, and I'm sure it's a lot of things. And Dolly, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing your advice and your wisdom and your experience and everything. I know it's going to inspire and help a lot of people, so thank you so much.
Oh, I feel so good if I can be help to anybody too. Thank you so much having me.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And thank you everyone for being here with us. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.